Hi everyone, welcome to this week's angel message from me. It's lovely to be here. Here in South Australia, we're experiencing a little bit of internet up and down today. So I'm trusting. Hey Tracy, hey Kathy, thanks for being here. Hi Jody. I'll just get my cards out while you all pop online. Hi Rachel. Hi, Ida. Thanks for being here. And also, I'm going to be talking today about your soul's calling, your life purpose, your soul mission, the path, your divinely guided path, whatever the words are that you use. Hi, Stephanie. Thanks for coming. And I've brought out the Angels of Abundance cards today. And my trusty Archangel Power Tarot deck, which get used in pretty much every reading that I do. Hi, Julie. Thanks for being here. I can't see any of your comments. Can you hear me okay? Everything working all right my end? Send me some hearts if you're hearing me. I can't see your comments. For some reason, it's not showing me them today. We'll see anyway. Hopefully we'll be able to stay connected. So welcome to this week's angel message. Oh, I got some hearts. Thank you. Got some love. Thank you so much. You can hear me. That's cool. So today I wanted to talk to you about your soul calling, your life purpose, and your soul in general. It's something that I've been writing about. I'm deep in the process of writing at the moment. Another book is being born. I'm pregnant with a book, and I'm on a little bit of a deadline. So I'm trying to squeeze writing in my spare time, and I'm trying to squeeze it in around my everyday work and my clients and things like that. So it's things that I'm just looking for a crystal. I just got a crystal out to show you, and for some reason I've put it down somewhere. And it's hiding. Oh, there it is. It was hiding under one of my boxes. So I wanted to talk to you about that because I've been writing a chapter about soul purpose and your calling and what it really means. And what it means in the context of, hey Jamie, what your soul calling means in the context of this particular moment in time. You know, things have shifted a lot over the last 20 years. In the last 2 decades, spirituality has shifted, our consciousness has shifted as a group, as mass consciousness as well as individuals. Our acceptance of spiritual truths has shifted and become more open. And with that, or because of that, the angels are able to bring us more wisdom, higher levels of spiritual wisdom, and more people are being born or being awoken to their soul calling, what their soul wants them to know, what their soul wants them to fulfill and do in this lifetime. Hi, I don't know how to say your name, Romin Sita. I love it. Thank you so much for being here. So the angels are working with us to become more conscious of what our soul's message is and the purpose that we're here to complete. And that doesn't always mean, I want to really make this clear, it doesn't always mean that you have a specific career path that is part of your soul purpose. You may have. And that's really super important. You know, some people are drawn to start their own business. Other people are drawn, like Jamie, to be teachers and lead children. Other people are drawn to start a charity or a foundation or a shelter for homeless or abused women. You know, those kind of big purposes, I call them, can translate as something that you do as a career, or something that you do in your spare time, or something that you do as a part of your everyday conventional work. So I know someone who works for the government, and they are an undercover light worker. They're somebody that is spreading the light and using prayer, angel energy therapy techniques, their own consciousness, the way that they think, energy protection techniques. We've worked together to create different things that she can do to shift the energy and the atmosphere and the consciousness of the people that she's working with, and so make it a nicer place for her, but also spread the love. And this person is really full of angelic love, and she has amazing things happen to her because she's always coming from that place of miracles and that place of compassion and unconditional love and non-judgment. She's got the angels working closely with her. So she hasn't chosen at this moment in her life, her soul isn't calling her to become a healer or to start a business. It's to be that light in the job that she's doing. And, you know, let me tell you, I'm sure you realize this, that, you know, the more people that are working in government or politics or hospitals or anywhere where there's a lot of people and people have an effect on those around them, we need the light workers. We need the people that are conscious. We need the people that want to consciously bring light into those places and into shifting the energy. Even if the people around you don't realize what's happening, it's really powerful to be able to shift the energy and maybe even clear some toxic energy. Hi, Melissa and Tina, thank you for joining. So today we're talking about soul purpose, and we're talking about Archangel Gabriel, who is the angel of soul purpose. And Archangel Gabriel is famous for being the angel of mothers, expectant mothers, and for parents as well, because of the biblical story of Mary being visited by Archangel Gabriel to announce the birth of Jesus. So that's the message, the messenger, but also the help of being a mother. But also Archangel Gabriel is famous for being a messenger angel and helping people who are writers or anyone who's got a voice, anyone who wants to blog, whether they're doing it on a video, whether they're writing it down. So I always ask Archangel Gabriel to help me when I'm writing and help me when I'm doing these kind of videos. But in my message from Archangel Gabriel the other day, she told me that she was the angel that helped activate people's memory of what their life purpose is, and help and guided people to situations, people, opportunities that open the door for those, for that life purpose. So for instance, if you've had people in your life that have inspired you, maybe authors, maybe other people who are teachers, speakers, coaches, artists, who've just inspired you, and you've had those moments of thinking, I could do that. I would love to do that. You know, not only have they helped you in your life, but they have been a role model. They've opened that door in your mind for you to be able to see, hey, Michelle, for you to be able to see what your purpose could be. So it's all about a peeling back of the layers of knowing what it is that you want to do before you're doing it. And like I said, it doesn't always have to be a career. Some people awaken to their life purpose, their soul's calling, when they retire. That's when they write the book. That's when they start the yoga school. That's when they start to speak about what it is that they're passionate about, what their message is, what they want people to know, because that's when they've lived through all this wisdom, and then they've got something that they want to share. So it doesn't matter. Everybody has a life purpose. Everyone has a soul calling, but please never feel bad about yourself if you don't feel drawn to do it in a big, obvious way, or if you don't feel called to do it as a career. That's it. That if it doesn't call you in that way, then it isn't for you. And there may be other layers to what you'll be doing, which you don't know about yet. For instance, when I first started this business years ago, all I had in my mind was myself seeing people in my home-based clinic, giving them hands-on healing, giving them readings, being able to teach small groups. And that's what I did for many years, is that. And that was something that gave me so much satisfaction. I loved every minute of it. And little did I know, I was being trained. You know, I learned so much on the job doing hands-on healing. And then how would I know that in the future, the internet would get so great that I could transform my whole business into being an online business where I could do this work with people overseas, and I could do webinars and I could do videos and talk to people around the world. So I couldn't have known that back then, and it wasn't shown to me back then, but I was being kind of guided one step at a time towards what it is I'm doing now. And no doubt I'm being guided now into what I'd be doing in the future. So we have to trust that where we are is just as important as where we're going. And even now I can look back behind those 15 years to my job as an events manager in the music industry. That taught me so much about organizing my own events. That taught me so much about marketing events. It taught me a lot about audiences and lots of things that it gave me confidence, because I had to talk to artists and publicists and promoters, as well as the technical people and the people that built the stage. It taught me a lot. It gave me the confidence, because I didn't used to have confidence when I was in my 20s. I was very shy. I always had my chin on my chest, hiding. So I'm a completely different person in a lot of ways now. I'm still the same person at core, but my life has brought me through all these different things that have been, I didn't realize, training me for what's next. And that's true of your life too. So never despair, never despair. The other thing that Archangel Gabriel wants you to know is that when things start to fall apart, dry up, doors close, you start to feel like the earth's trembling under your feet and you just don't know where to go. It feels like you're a bit lost. What's next? That's an important process in your journey of waking up to your soul's purpose. Not only does it force you, in a way, to go within and to start to really talk to yourself about what it is that you want. Hi, Benny. Great to see you. There's a girl that's doing her soul purpose, Crystal Benny. So not only does everything sort of drying up, closing down, doors shutting, maybe feeling fatigued, exhausted, not interested in what you're doing anymore, those are all signs that you're being called to another level. You're being called to your soul's purpose, to the next step on the journey. And so that's when a lot of people can get really resentful. They can get angry. They can feel like God and the angels have abandoned them. They might even feel like they don't have a soul purpose. And that's not true. It's not true. Everybody has a soul purpose. And everybody is here at this time on planet Earth for not just their own reasons, their own experiences, for their soul's growth, but also for other reasons. You know, sometimes just being here is enough and shining your light. And we can ask for small assignments whilst we're warming up to doing what our bigger purpose is. We can ask the angels, Archangel Gabriel, God, our guardian angels, to give us small assignments that make us feel purposeful, that give us an opportunity to shine our light in a way that feels good to you, right? Because I remember years ago, I used to worry when I was a kid. I must have known deep down I was a healer, but I was really worried that I was going to have to be a nurse. And it was a proper worry. I used to be fearful, like, oh my God, what if I have to be a nurse? Maybe I was one in a past life. I didn't like it. I've never really liked medical things. And I was really concerned about that. And I thought, oh, I don't want to do that. So never worry that the purpose that you have, your soul's purpose, is something that you're going to be uncomfortable with, that isn't right for you. You're not meant to be doing something that doesn't fit your personality, your passion, your excitement, the things that you love and like. If you're deeply sensitive and you would hate to be in the harsh atmosphere of, you know, the police force or things like that, then those things aren't for you. There's something else for you. There's another way for you to shine your light. Luckily, you know, or by design, I found what mine was. And you will find what yours is too. So never feel like you're going to be made to do something big or small that is not fitting for you. It may stretch you out of your comfort zone. It may make you feel anxious. You know, I know several people at the moment who are on the edge of starting their own businesses and who are backpedaling and procrastinating and looking in all different directions, trying to get out of it because They're afraid, they're scared of like, what if I don't make the money? What if it doesn't work? What if people judge me? What if I fail? So then they're sort of trying to backpedal. But that's normal. The bigger the purpose, often there's a fair bit of ego there that is trying to kind of tug you, pull you back. And also there'll be people around you that say, you can't do that. You can 100% guarantee that when you step out into your authentic path, and it's part of your initiation of life, that there'll be someone in your family, your friends, maybe everywhere, that says to you, you should not do that. That's not a good idea. You're going to fail. I had it time and time again. And now those people are eating their words, but that's not the point. But the point is that when you start to break away from the tribe, your past tribe, and walk and dance to the beat of your own drum, you start to create your own path, and the path becomes you, you become the path. And that is not something that other people do. Lots of people don't do that. They keep their lives safe. So that's the one reason why they try to stop you. They're trying to protect you. They feel threatened because you're doing it and they're not. And they may genuinely, have concerns, but they can't see it yet because your path hasn't been created, because it's the walking of the path that creates the path. There's no guarantees. There's no one sort of came to me 15 years ago and said, and there will be this and there will be that. None of that. You just have to kind of blindly, in a way, trust and do the best you can do and give what you need to give. And it comes from within. But as I was saying, you can ask for small assignments to practice, to shine your light. People might come to you who need maybe you're really good at giving wise advice and guidance. Maybe someone will ask you to take over their business for a week while they go on holiday, and it gives you a chance to try it out. Maybe, just maybe, you'll just come across someone, somewhere that just needs something that you know that you can give them. And the moment that you do that, you become a clear channel for the light, and the light comes through you. It comes through you in that moment. You're not giving of yourself. You're putting yourself in that place as being the vessel for that light. That's how your soul works. So your soul is like this clear crystal. I love the angels because they always give me great metaphors. This clear crystal, there's no other crystal on this planet that is exactly the shape and has the facets and is the size and the color of this crystal. There's lots of crystals that look like it, just like there's lots of people on this planet that are like you, but they're not exactly like you. They don't have the same soul as you have. They don't have the same facets. And even if they did, they wouldn't express those facets in the same way that you will and you do. So when the light comes through this, when the sunlight comes through this crystal, rainbows will shine out, right? You'll get reflection. You'll have all of this beautiful sunlight dancing off this crystal. And that's the same as when the divine, God, the source, divine spirit, comes through you and your soul, when you are being of service, when you are answering your soul's calling. When you're answering your soul's calling, when you feel divinely guided in that moment, when your intention to answer your soul's calling, to be a divine channel, to process the light, to be a blessing to the world, whether it's for animals, plants, the planet, people, children are people too, but whatever it's for, wherever you feel drawn, that's your passion, that's what you're excited about, that's where you need to shine that light. And when you're in that moment, the divine is coming through you and shining, and that's what you're here for. That's why you're here. And it isn't just when you are being of service. There's times when you can't be of service all the time. You can't be on all the time. I can't be on all the time. You need to rest, you need to play, you need to have fun, you need to just have your own life. Then when you're joyful, when you're happy, when you're giving to yourself, and it is in integrity, it feels good. In integrity means it matches your values, it matches what's healthy and good for you. Then again, the light is shining through you. So it's always when you are being true to yourself that the light can use you in this way. So everybody has a purpose. And if you go your whole entire life not actually knowing if you've, served your purpose, or knowing if what you're doing is divinely guided. But you have committed to being as authentic as possible, true to yourself as possible, to explore the different pathways that come up for you. Maybe you're attracted to a certain method of healing or a certain way of doing art. Even if you only do it for a short time, then you go, nah, that's not me, but I learned something, I'm moving on to something else now. Then you're still being yourself. You're exploring. You're not just sitting on the couch watching telly, or you're not just sort of like hiding. You are shining your light. You're being true to yourself. Hey, everyone who's just joined, Holly and Mark, Vicky. Hey, Vicky there in Tasmania. Michelle and Stacey and Liz, lovely to have you here. So we're talking about soul's calling. So please never give up. If you're wondering what your soul's calling is, I know Vicky knows what her soul's calling is. Makes beautiful shamanic native drums and rattles, and you should go and look at her page. She's amazing. So don't give up, but ask. Call on Archangel Gabriel, the angel of life purpose. Now, Gabriel can be depicted as a male or a female, and that's for a good reason, because angels are not humans. They don't have physical bodies. So he is an expression of the divine feminine and the divine masculine, and will appear to you however you are meant to receive it. So remember that masculine energy generally can be action orientated. It can be the doing. So when you're really needing to get something done, Gabriel will act as your coach, as a bit of a kind of a cheerleader, or push you along a little bit to get that motivational energy happening in you. And maybe when you need the nurturing, when you need to be receptive and intuitive, that's when she comes to you as a female. Or maybe you just don't even see what gender she is, and you just sense this powerful, warm, gentle, loving energy nudging you forward, pushing you forward. Gabriel is the one that will open the doors for you, will help the book appear in front of you, will help you hear about the program, the course, or whatever it is that you're meant to do, and will help you to do the healing you need to do on yourself to get you ready for your life purpose. So bear that in mind. Is sometimes life purpose, soul calling, you need some healing first. It might be that you've got to let go of trauma from your past. It might be that you've got to let go of some unhealthy behaviors. God knows, I couldn't have been a healer in my 20s when I was the party girl. I was out every night. I had to go through that and grow out of it before I was going to really step onto my soul purpose. And then it was easy. Didn't drink again after that. But you have to be ready for it in a way. But know that even if you're not there yet, that any healing that you do on yourself, anything that you do to improve your soul and to awaken your intuition and your, the skills that you have inside of you that maybe are locked up at the moment, your intuition, your sacred power, like your ability to connect with angels, or your ability to call in what it is that you need to manifest something that you want. All of those are sacred powers. They're like lessons or modules in a university course. You learn them and your soul expands and grows. You become a more soul-oriented person. Hi, Sanji and Tina and Michelle. Thanks for coming. So I was talking before about your soul's calling and how sometimes when you are in your that process of your soul waking up, you'll feel things start to shut down and close. And that just means that the time for that is ending and it's time for you to move on to something else. So another example from my own life is that I started to get really tired and exhausted seeing people from home. Didn't want to, this year, I could not have held a home-based or a hall-based meditation group if you would have paid me $1 million. I could not have done it. I was done. I was finished for this year. There'll be more of those things, but in a different kind of a setting and expressed in a different way, because the light wants to come through me in a different way. Still love leading meditations, but I'll probably do more of them online, or I'll do them at my retreats. It's a different energy. It's a different vibration. So I knew I was done because there was nothing you could do to make me do it. I had a sinking feeling. I felt heavy about it. I just didn't want to do it anymore. So I stopped, and that opened up a whole new door. of a whole new way of expressing, of which I had no idea about until it arrived in my life, and now it's an exciting part of my business. So know that when things are closing, there is that old adage is true, that when one door closes, another one opens. Another sign that your soul is calling you is that you see 111 a lot. 111 is like an alarm call, a cosmic alarm bell. You get a sense of urgency, of like as if you should be doing something, but you don't know what, or you just want to get on with something, or you see other people doing that thing. Maybe they're doing the job that you've always wanted to do, and you think, how come they're doing it and I'm not? And you get frustrated. That's the cosmic alarm bell going off inside of you. That's the soul calling. That's Archangel Gabriel giving you a prod in a loving way. So that urgency, that feeling of I should be getting on with it. Notice who you're jealous of. Don't stay jealous. Recognize, aha, I'm jealous. That must mean I want what that person has. And it does, jealousy is a low emotion, but it does have a purpose. Everything does. So you might say, okay, I feel jealous of that person, of what they're doing. I'm not going to stay jealous. I'm going to send them love, because they have just shown me, they have just opened a door for me to see that I can do it too. The only reason we stay jealous or bitter is because we believe the universe is limited and there is not enough. So if that person's doing that job, I can't do it. That's rubbish. Sure, that person's doing it the way that their divine light is shining through their crystal, their soul, but there's room for you to do it too. There's enough space for us all to be doing and expressing the divine. Of course there is, because this is the divinely created world of our divine creator. This isn't the Hunger Games. We haven't all been thrown and pitted against each other. There's enough for everyone. It's infinite abundance. So don't give up. Don't give up. And make sure that you're asking. So the minute that you ask Archangel Gabriel for help, Archangel Gabriel, please help me to find my soul purpose, or help me to expand my soul purpose, help me to step on a path that is fulfilling for me and supports me. Please don't do a soul purpose that drains you and makes you feel ill, or give it all away for nothing and then have to, work a 70-hour week in something else to support you. That's not soul purpose. That's an ancient medieval paradigm that we don't have to go back to, where you don't get appropriately paid and you don't feel nourished and supported by what you do. And don't be bamboozled by thinking you're doing your life purpose when it's something you used to want to do, but you don't want to do it anymore. Life purpose can shift. As I told you about mine shifted. It shifted within this framework, but it's shifted and it will shift again, I can see. But you might go from going, I wanted my whole life to be a veterinary surgeon, and now I feel attracted to writing, or I feel attracted to sailing, or I feel, whatever that is. That's okay, because we're all going through these shifts together, and we can have these complete, it's almost like we have a do-over, we have a makeover. And that's part of your soul's purpose too, is to have the courage to follow what it is calls you. Soul purpose will call you peacefully, repeatedly. It won't go away. You won't 1 minute want to be a healer and the next minute you think, oh no, I think I might be a dolphin trainer. Like it's not going to work like that. That's your ego. Whenever it's random and ever changing, that's you trying to sort of find something that fits. Come back to being receptive and come back to investigating what's in your heart and what, I like to ask people, what's your message? If you only had a little while left on the planet, what would you want your message to be? What would you want people to do, know, or experience that you've learned? Because sometimes that can guide you to your life purpose, but also look at what excites you and what could you do all day that wouldn't drain your energy necessarily. So yeah, soul purpose. I've been writing about it and I wanted to share it with you. So I'd love your questions. I honestly cannot see any comments here. It's just got who's here. So I'll have to look later at your comments. Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't, the comment section. So let's get on with doing a reading. We might call in Archangel Gabriel with us now to ask for guidance with our soul purpose. How's that? And the angels are also tugging at me, reminding me to talk to you about getting grounded. We're in a moment right now where we're about to go through another transition, which is affected by the energies of the world. It's all about the shift. We're being upgraded all the time. And that can have an effect on our bodies, on our emotions, on the way that we sleep. It's all good. It's all part of the divine plan. It's all healthy. But it can make you feel a little bit tired, and it can make you feel even a little bit anxious if you're super sensitive. So it's important to get grounded, because when we go out of our bodies, it just feels awful. Being disconnected from your physical body, not being present, makes you feel awful. Generally, it can create huge anxiety and can be behind a lot of anxiety conditions. So let's do that right now. Let's get grounded and call in the angels, and then we will move on to the reading. So take a deep breath. If you want to close your eyes, sit in meditation position, whatever that is for you. Just make sure that your back is straight. And I'm going to call in, ask for and invite the presence of Archangel Michael and his band of mercy angels. Thank you, Archangel Michael, for being here, for clearing us of any lower energies and for protecting our energy. I ask for and invite the presence of Archangel Gabriel. I know you're already here, Gabriel. Thank you for working with us and through us. And thank you for showing us our soul's purpose. Thank you for guiding us gently in the direction of our soul's calling. And help us to be courageous, to have strength, and to peacefully awaken to what it is that will fulfill us and fulfill our purpose. We ask for divine assignments that would bless us and bless others also, and help us to know what we're capable of. And thank you for helping us to polish our souls so that we can be pure and clear channels of divine light, divine love, and divine healing for the earth and for everyone here. And so it is. So as you breathe and you feel the presence of the angels around you, I just want you to imagine a beautiful stream of diamond white light streaming down through the center of your being. It enters through the crown chakra at the top of your head. And as it touches the crown chakra opens like a beautiful flower. And bring that beautiful beam of divine light, follow it as it travels down through the center of your head, through the third eye chakra, the throat chakra, the heart chakra in the very center of your being, the solar plexus chakra in your upper stomach, the navel chakra, the base chakra at the very base of your spine. And as you connect with your base chakra, take a deep breath and intend to call your spirit and your energy back from anywhere that you have left yourself. So when we get stressed and anxious, we sometimes go out of our body. When we're overthinking about something or someone or somewhere else, we can actually send our energy there. So call your spirit back. You don't need to know where it is. I'm getting a message for someone here who's suffering from nightmares and also anxiety, perhaps a bit of fatigue, that grounding is the answer for you. So coming back to that base chakra and recognizing that there is a beautiful warm energy at the base of your spine. This is the base chakra. It's the energy center that helps you to attract abundance. It helps you to stay present in your physical body so that you're not floating around. It helps you to remember that you are a soul with a body, not the other way around. And now as we connect with that beautiful red energy at the base of your spine, I want you to then acknowledge the divine light streaming through that and into the earth beneath the building. Connecting a short distance beneath your feet, beneath the floor, is your Earth Star chakra, another chakra concerned with grounding you into the earth, feeling connected to Mother Earth and the sacredness, the holiness, the magic of Earth. And feel it going through this, it's like a golden, almost a brass color, golden brown. And then traveling through all of the layers of the earth, into the center. This beautiful, warm, welcoming energy at the center of Mother Earth. And feeling yourself plug into that energy. Mother Earth, her spirit, her soul connects with you, and you feel this warmth connecting with you and immediately shooting up into your body and traveling up through that stream of light through to all of your chakras. And as you take a deep breath, expand the light outwards so that it goes beyond the contours of your body. Feel yourself surrounded by your aura. The aura that you need to be aware of, you need to be awakened to. It is part of you. Don't ignore it. Pushing out any energy that has been trapped in your aura. And then Archangel Michael comes down and he's wrapping you in this beautiful mauve, like a deep purpley, pinky color, like a blanket around your aura. It's not a suffocating blanket. It's just a beautiful blanket of soft light, protecting you. Accept the protection. And we ask, angels, thank you for being with us. We ask that all obstacles are lifted from our path today, and that each and every person here is blessed, connected, and guided. Thank you so much. And so it is. Beautiful. Thank you so much, everyone. So I'm going to pull you a couple of cards before I go on too long, which I'm sure I have anyway. All right, from the Abundance deck and from the Power Tarot deck. Wow, okay, gorgeous. So first up, we have got the Angels of Harmony. Look at them playing there with their instruments. And I love the one that is on the bottom here, because that's how Gabrielle is often depicted, with a trumpet, a long trumpet as the messenger. So this card says cooperation instead of competition. And isn't that gorgeous, considering what we talked about earlier about feeling like, you know, other people may be doing our purpose. There's no rush, there's no panic, and no one can take anything from you that is yours. No one can take up a space that is yours. So it's time to cooperate with others instead of competing with them. It's time to run your own race. It's time to come from that deep-centered place of knowing that everything that comes to you in perfect timing, under grace, according to divine will. And that is taken care of. Yes, there is work for you to do. Yes, you have to do the work. But don't do it in a panic, hurried, rushed, competitive, jealous way. There is access to unlimited abundance for everyone, all of us. This is actually one of my affirmations, which I didn't learn from this deck. I've been saying it for years. It came from an old book called The 40-Day Prosperity Plan by John Randolph Price, which actually changed my whole financial situation. God is your source. God is the divine source. God is the source of all of my good. So this is another way of saying that everything that comes to you through your soul and originates in the divine creator. So it doesn't